Okay, in the last topic we have discussed about the digestive system. And if you see the disorders of digestive system, if there is any indigestion or anything like that, ante eppadaithe if food is not digested properly, we will have some of the diseases like diarrhea, okay, vomitings, jaundice, bilirubin and biliverdin pigments, if their levels are high, then we'll be getting jaundice. Okay, so those are the disorders. Okay, as I already discussed, large intestine is playing very important for absorption. Okay, so absorption of the nutrients, like nutrition, whatever the food we are eating, like glucose, amino acids, all those are absorbed. Okay, they are absorbed by facilitated or passive transport. Okay, through facilitated transport or passive transport, and few of the ions will be transported in the form with the help of taking energy like active transport. Okay, so that is about the absorption. And now in this topic we are going to discuss about the breathing and exchange of gases, chapter 1b. Okay, breathing and exchange of gases. So here in breathing, if you see, what is breathing? Again, it is nothing but taking air in and letting the air out. Okay, breathing air, taking air in and letting the air out. What air we are taking inside? O2, oxygen. Exchange of gases is taking place. What are the gases which are going to exchange? Oxygen and carbon dioxide, O2 and CO2. O2 is a living gas which plays very important role for life. Okay, manam bratakali, it should be active. Whatever the food we are eating, it should be oxidized. Oxidation of food takes place. Okay, breathing, respiration, here oxidation of the food material takes place. Okay, oxygen has been taken inside with the help of lungs and is transported into the blood, and it is carried to the tissues where the cellular oxidation takes place. And finally, carbon dioxide is released due to as the end product of cellular functions, and finally the cell will be eliminating CO2, and that CO2 is transported from the blood to the lungs and it is expelled outside through the nostrils. Okay, now we'll see what are the parts associated with the respiratory system. Okay, respiratory system, it consists of few parts called external layers or external nostrils. The nostrils, the outer parts, what we can see, those are called as external layers or external nostrils, and that leads into nasal chamber. The chamber which is present, openings unnai kada, the gap which where the gas is entering inside, that is called nasal chamber. It is up on the upper lip paina, palate paina. If you see this harder part, buccal cavity lo roof untundi kada, roof ki paina will have nasal chamber. It has been divided into three parts: vestibular, respiratory and olfactory parts. Okay, and this olfactory part, it ends into nasopharynx. Okay, in nasopharynx, here it is opening inside the nasopharynx through internal layers. Internal lopala openings ఉంటాయి కదా, holes, వాటి internal layers అంటాం. వాటి ద్వారా nasopharynx లోనికి ఓపెన్ అవ్వడం జరుగుతుంది అన్నమాట. Okay, next comes larynx. Larynx, it is a generally called as sound box. మనం మాట్లాడుతున్నప్పుడు ఒక సౌండ్ అనేది వస్తుంది. సో దాట్ సౌండ్ ఈస్ ప్రొడ్యూస్డ్ విత్ ద హెల్ప్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ లారింగ్స్. హియర్ ఇన్ ద లారింగ్స్ వీ హ్యావ్ vocal cords అని ఉంటాయి. Those vocal cords are playing very important role. The vibrations, whenever the sound is reached going through the vocal cords, the vocal cords are vibrating. The vibration of vocal cord results in voice, giving the voice sound is produced, and finally this larynx is acting like a voice box. Okay, next comes trachea. So you can feel in the neck region you can feel the trachea. Yes, this one which is coming. So this trachea, it is called as windpipe. Sorry, it is called as what? Windpipe. Trachea is called as what? Windpipe. It is covered by C-shaped cartilaginous rings on the dorsal side. So in order to prevent the collapse, okay, trachea anedi collapse avakunda, it should be open. So in order to keep it open, this C-shaped cartilaginous rings are playing very important role for keeping the windpipe wider. Okay, it will keep open the windpipe wider, and hence the lining of this trachea is made up of pseudostratified epithelium. It is made up of what? Pseudostratified epithelium, and it is entering through and it is entering the thoracic cavity and is running up to mid of the thoracic cavity. Thoracic cavity ante ikkada nunchi ikkada varaku. So it is turning up to the mid of the thoracic cavity. Okay, which one? Trachea. And this trachea, it will branch out to form bronchi. This trachea it is branching out to give bronchi. This bronchi, now it has been divided, primary bronchi and secondary bronchi. This secondary bronchi is again giving rise to primary bronchioles, secondary bronchioles, tertiary bronchioles and terminal bronchioles. Okay, so here branches, the branches are called as bronchio and bronchioles. So windpipe, the trachea has been divided into two branches. First it has been divided into bronchi, and then to primary bronchi to secondary bronchi, and finally it is giving rise to bronchioles, primary bronchiole, secondary bronchiole, tertiary bronchiole. Okay, and then finally giving rise to terminal bronchiole here, and it is finally leading into the alveolar sacs. Okay, air sacs, air ikkada sacs unnai kada, here the exchange of the gases takes place. అంటే O2 అనేది ఇక్కడ బ్లడ్ లోనికి వెళ్ళడం జరుగుతుంది. అంటే దీస్ ఏరియోలార్ సాక్స్ alveolar sacs are supplied with the blood capillaries, and that blood capillaries, they will bring the CO2 and they will take the CO2 to the tissues. Okay, they are bringing the CO2 from the tissues, and now the O2 has been released, exchanged with the CO2, and finally O2 has been released into the blood, and that blood carries the oxygen to the cells. Okay, so this is how the exchange of the gases takes place.